Hey there, I'm recording this at night. I would usually film it during the daytime, but this really couldn't wait because I wanted to get the books onto my bookshelf. This first lot, it actually came in a plastic bag over it because the package was already ripped and it was saying sorry that it reached you in this condition, any issues, blah blah blah. This first set of books I honestly picked because I liked the covers for most of them. And with that said, the first book is Misery, which you can just about make out. I really like the cover of this. It is obviously well used, but I'm perfectly fine with that, especially for the price that I paid for these. Each one of these was £1.75 each. You do the math. And that's including postage. This next one is The Dark Half, which is a book I've never heard of. Dolores Claiborne, which is a book that I'm aware of. It's not actually a horror, but it's being done in a horror cover for some reason. Mainly because that's what Stephen King's known for, I would presume. But I do have the audiobook of this, so this is probably going to be the book that I read next. I say next because I'm currently reading it, but I only have the ebook of that. This next one is called Firestarter, which is a book I've never heard of, so that'll be all new to me. Everything's Eventual. This looks like a very 90s cover, where all the ones previously looked very 80s, maybe even 70s. And the last one in the first package is Pet Sematary, and I love this cover as well. I know this is seen as one of the books where he went over the top with, but that makes me want to check it out even more. Just to give you an idea of how big this next lot is, I'll lift it up as much as I can. I've already taken the tape off of these just to make it quicker for myself. Cujo, a second copy of Cujo in the same box. The Shining, a second copy of Misery, which is in better condition, so I'm going to have a hard time picking which one of these I want to keep because I like both of the covers. Come to think of it, I've already got a copy of The Shining that my sister gave me, but I definitely prefer this cover over that one. A second copy of Firestarter. Regulators. This is a collection of stories that he wrote under the Bachman pen name or pseudonym. Salem's Lot. Christine. I love the movie of this. I've recently rewatched it, and I'm surprised at the length of the book because the movie really isn't all that long, so I'm wondering how much of it did they cut out. A second copy of Pet Sematary. I'm not going to be keeping this one. I definitely prefer the other book just by the cover. I know you're not supposed to judge books by the cover, but let's be real here. Of course we do. And another very 90s cover. The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. I know nothing about this. The Dead Zone. Okay, a third copy of Misery. And I actually like the painted cover showing Annie Wilkes and I forget the name of the author, but we all know that it's really Stephen King. The Tommy Knockers. All I know about this is that there is a TV miniseries and it's not very good. I've not actually seen it, but I've seen the Nostalgia Critic review of it, and they make it actually seem kind of awesome by taking the mick out of it. The Stand. I thought this was actually a thicker book than what it was, so maybe he went back and added more, because I honestly thought it was like double this thickness. Different Seasons. I believe this is a collection of short stories. One of them is The Body, which was turned into the movie Stand By Me, and I love that movie, so I'll be checking this one out very soon. Night Shift. I know nothing about this one. Just reading the back, it's saying that it's a collection of horror stories including Children of the Corn. I seen the first movie of this, and to be honest I thought it was really boring, and I seen a Stephen King talk where he says that they did about 4 Children of the Corn movies, and they just got worse and worse. So he's well aware that most of the adaptations of his works suck, basically. So that's going to be interesting to read the original source material. Thinner. I know absolutely nothing about this. I'm going to say we're about halfway through this box, because there is an awful lot. The Green Mile, and I would say that this is a very 90s cover. When I was looking at the job lot boxes available of Stephen King's books, somebody had the Green Mile, but it was 6 books long. So should I pick up that 6-book collection or just read this? Is it this same story just split into 6 books, kind of like the Lord of the Rings? Another very 90s cover from a book 8. I know nothing about this one. Skeleton Crew, and this looks really awesome. I know nothing about it. Another copy of Dolores Claiborne. Another very 90s cover. Bag of Bones. I know absolutely nothing about this one. Another copy of Everything's Eventual, and I think it's the same cover as well. The other one's too buried under books now for me to actually check. Insomnia. I know nothing about this one. I can remember vaguely Stephen King talking about it in one of the talks that I watched, but I don't remember any of the details. 4 Past Midnight, Needful Things, Nightmares and Dreamscapes. And oh my god, the box is actually so much lighter. Let's just get rid of the box. So that is my Stephen King collection. I apologise for the length of this video. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.